Good morning. Coming up in the stories today, we have a woman who has got 7 years in jail, a 7-year jail sentence for injecting stepson with HIV.
With HIV.
And then we also have a madman who dumped 2 AK-47 guns in a pastor's home during prayers.
Yeah.
First of all, how does a madman access an AK-47?
He had gone there for prayers, but he had a bag. You remember that story in Nuer of the madman who killed a guy and stole the gun?
Yes.
Similar.
We also have Wino market vendors, Katareko Wino, the vendors, abasubizi mu Katareko Wino bagala omukulembeze ayingire mu nsonga zaabwe kubanga KCCA yatandise okubanga emenyawo emidala. That and much more is coming up in the news. Katandikire ku mukyala yafunye emyaka 7 mu komera olw'okukwata omusaayi omulwadde n'agukuba stepson we.
This is in northern Uganda, Lira City to be exact. This woman has been given 7 years jail time. She appeared before the chief magistrate, who is called Colin Odiek. And Odiek gave her 7 years in jail. Apparently, the kid is 5 years old. He's a stepson.
Can you imagine?
So the woman is HIV positive. So she uses a shrink to inject out some of the blood and then inject it into the son. And then that is how the kid got HIV. Because she used her blood, infected blood, and injected this child. The circumstances under which she did that are unclear, whether she wanted to just kill the son, whether she was jealous. I do not know that. But she has been given 7 years in jail.
Is that even enough, honestly speaking?
Yeah, like seriously.
When it is through the direct injection, the exposure is even more. Because that one, copies of virus is much, it will attack very many cells. And eventually the destruction and the progress or the multiplication and replication of this virus in blood is even much more than the natural way through sexual transmission with an infected person.
But some people will not see heaven.
Actually, her husband annoyed her.
Imagine.
The son.
The
Like,
husband
seriously, issues between me and, you are not supposed to go to children.
Exactly.
Whether they're your real children or not.
Exactly. Now, 5-year-old injected with HIV.
You've ruined this whole child's life, like psychologically and in every single way.
Nga tuvuddeyo omulalu yakutte ensawo 2 n'azitwala mu maka ga pasita naye nga zirimu emmundu AK-47.
Yeah.
Oyabadde mulalu kweri?
Mulalu, apparently he was mad. There's a man called Suleiman Kaketo. He's a local businessman in Nwengo district.
Nwengo.
So, yes. So this man had somebody who was mad, mentally derailed. So he goes to a pastor's home. This pastor is called Pastor Mark Karisa to seek prayers for this guy.
Yes.
So when at the pastor's place, when they are praying for him, the pastor noticed he has an unusual bag. So they decide to open the bag. When they opened it, they found 2 guns. And then this guy, the madman who was supposed to be mad, who had come for prayers, abandoned the guns there in the bag and ran away. Disappeared from the home, leaving the businessman and the pastor. So these people are in trouble, according to the police.
They are stuck with guns. They don't know where the guns came from. They don't know details about the madman.
So Twaha Kasire, who is the acting Masaka regional police spokesperson, says that the 2 are currently helping with security investigations. They have been arrested to help police to understand how did this guy get this gun. There
were 2 guns or 1 gun?
2 guns, AK-47.
In a bag.
In a bag.
Uganda enyuma.
But it's I think this is the way that these guys use to rob people's guns, because you've seen many security guys with guns. These guys mostly
getting lost. Remember the Luero story? This man came as a madman moved towards a microfinance institution, and then he had a black Kaverambu. He's mad. Shortly after that, he shot dead But one
the
of these
security
days,
guard and robbed the gun.
The mad are not mad.
They are not mad.
Yeah.
I mean, like from time immemorial. Me, I've never really
accepted that mad people are mad.
This man is mad. No.
Abamu bajjanga bakubanja ne weesulamu ddala awo.
Hello.
30 second. Nomala n'okubasiriki n'obula bagamba omulalu ne yali awo yabula.
Growing up, by the way, we used to hear those stories. Those mad people are spies.
In Gatufadeo, 13 arrested Noob supporters to appear in court.
However, the wedding reception turned into a political gathering.
Oh dear.
We have arrested, charged and detained 13 suspects at CPS Jinja, allegedly for taking part in unlawful assembly. 3 vehicles were impounded, the ones they used for transportation. We are working expeditiously to have all inquiries exhausted, these suspects taken to court. There was a deception at YMCA management, because when these people were requesting, they said we are going to have a wedding reception. How the wedding reception turned into unlawful political gathering is a matter we are fully investigating.
We shall keep you posted nenge bibe ngatuumba agesawa zino abasubuzi mukatale ko wino basabye mukulembeza ingire mu nsonga zaabwe. KCCA emidala egimenyawo. Wino efuso wino.
As of today, some of the vendors say that their stalls have been displaced. They went to work and they found their merchandise has been stolen and their stalls teguliwo. Now, some of them are accusing the authority, that is KCCA, that is now in charge of the markets, of giving away these stalls to other people to rent. Yet they collected money to put these stalls. Now, the president recently released a directive for markets to be taken over by KCCA. And he also said that markets are not supposed to be used by one person, like stalls, by one person for a very long period of time. He says when you use a market, a stall, and you have improved on your livelihood, give that stall away to somebody else so that they can also get enriched. Yeah, so the vendors are there complaining and saying, want Museveni to really pronounce himself to us on this matter.
Natuwe myaka 9 mwenda natugenda mu nkulakulana ne basonda ssente bwe tubisonda ssente kintu kibadde kiyidde buli kimu bakimaze bagenda kututwala mu tusaiba zimbe
twasonda sente zaffe twasonda 2,200 tetuteekamu sente zaffe.
Twagala pulezidenti w'eggwanga atangaze ku nsonga eno bw'aba ye yalagira batugyeko ebintu byaffe bye twazimbisa sente zaffe atuwe ekiwandiiko ekikakafu. Kubanga site kanso n'abakungu bayo bajja ne batugamba pulezidenti yabagamba nti bajjeko omidaala babajjeko lockups kyokka ffe twabyezimbira kati twagala obukakafu obuve wa pulezidenti mu buwandiike.
Byebyo nno ebivudde mu katale k'owino.
Did you pass Bunga Market today? Did you see how it is swept clean? The front part where our vendors are actually this morning there was some enforcement officers.
I didn't notice, eh?
You did. It is,
and that's the road where I pass.
Yes, but now if you pass there, there's no more these vendors who are in front of the market. I think they've all been pushed back, so the whole place is clean. But what happens is because if you go inside behind that market, Mavega, I don't think there's enough space to accommodate all these vendors.
Exactly. There are much more will be coming up, but Pamela, before I let you go, do you know? I mean, looking at some study, eh?
Yeah.
Women are not happy in their 20s, 30s. You actually become happier above 55. Yes.
How would I know that? Really?
At that particular time,
but I don't.
You are comfortable with the decisions you've made.
Yeah, of course.
Now 20 bachakwana.
Yes.
You're like, but this is the right guy or not? No, not the right guy. And then maybe a child comes in, and then you.
20s, there's
you're thinking maybe I would have chosen another guy, and then you go into 30s. Now you have school fees, the stress. You're wondering what you could have done with your life.
Yeah.
Early 40s, you're beginning to settle the businesses. You realize, okay.
You settle in and say, if I'm a failure, I've now failed.
55 is when the actual happiness comes in. Because you're settled and comfortable with your life.
No, but anyway, I think maybe 20s you're still discovering yourself. But I think when you clock 30s, you now know a bit of who you are, and you can't be happy. Like seriously.
So I've been wondering why the generation between 20 and 29 is extremely narcissistic and toxic. They are not happy.
They are ditching them. They are what? They are not.
Sounds of Yemi Aladi. Here's a question I want to ask in the next hour. Do women